this will hopefully be the start of a series of me being able to say goodbye to my dad. My dad and I weren't super duper close, at least not as I got older, and loved me as best as he could in the way that he could. I idolized him for a long time when I was younger, but then as I became older, I realized that I wasn't exactly treated the way I should have been by him, but that's, again, he did his best. I did live with my mom, and my mom was the one who raised me fully, but it was just, anyway, we can get more into the history as I get through this, but my dad passed away on December 4th of 2025. It was both expected and not expected. It was a very stressful last few years of his life. He had a surgery that back in 2023 that basically ruined his life, and he unfortunately died a very slow death. And I'll get more into it later, but to summarize, I've had to mourn my dad multiple times. At the end of his life, I sadly really didn't get to say goodbye to him, and I have a lot of complicated feelings around it. I've always struggled with the relationship when it comes to my dad, especially the processing of it, and even more so with when he was sick. And because of my complicated feelings and not being able to say goodbye to him, it's been hard for me to process his death. My therapist helped me realize that the one thing we truly bonded over, to where there was no judgment from him, was music and the guitar. Story time, I used to visit my dad every summer, and I would be out there for some like couple months. And as I got older and didn't have to have like a babysitter and stuff, I was bored one day and I picked up his guitar. He had a beautiful Martin acoustic guitar, but he had that in a book of tabs, or a folder of tabs, I should say, and I started teaching myself to play a song. I've never ever been able to finish that song because it's a complicated one, but I was actually making really good progress on it. I was telling my therapist about this, and it helped me come to the realization that a way that I could say goodbye to my dad without having to write a letter, because I don't want to do that, but is to learn to play the song. So this is gonna be the start of that series, and I'm hoping that it'll help me heal, and I'm hoping that it will help me say goodbye. And if people are going to follow along with me, I'll be happy to share stories along the way. But also bear with me, because this is going to sound horrible as I practice it. So, thanks for joining.